Oh, that's right. We're just over here talking. I'm not paying any attention, and all of a sudden it's time to go live. So how you doing this afternoon? I am Ann Eller, and we are ready for a great afternoon. You know, Greenwood can be kind of trashy. And the lake can be really trashy, folks. So we are here to talk about the Lake Greenwood cleanup. Diane, I forgot to ask her how to say her name, Sponenberg, is the events chair for Keep Greenwood County Beautiful. And she is a resident of Greenwood for 26 years. And she is passionate about cleaning up our community, educating our youth on environmental stewardship. Very important part. Proud to be involved with KGCB and would like to invite the community to join us for their annual Lake Greenwood cleanup that is on Saturday, March 14th. She volunteers in a lot of different organizations. Another one she works with is Meals on Wheels. It is my great honor to interview and to introduce to you, not Jane Jenkins Herlong, Ann. See, I was talking instead of doing what I was supposed to be doing. Oh, well, here we go. Let's get Diane's name up there. How are you doing this afternoon, Diane?
I am doing wonderful,
yes.
And I'm glad to be here. Appreciate the chance and opportunity to speak about Keep Greenwood County Beautiful and about our lake cleanup, which is March 14th.
That's right. And look, now I've got Diane. I almost have it right. S-P-O-N. I didn't spell it right. Let's get the rest of her name in there as we're doing this. So, Diane, where are you from originally?
Originally, I was born in New Jersey, but I then moved to Pennsylvania and grew up in Pennsylvania. North Central area.
North Central. So how'd you end up down here?
My husband and his job.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Yeah,
and we've been here for 26 years and call this home.
Not leaving, are you?
No, ma'am.
She was telling me about a story about her husband. They wanted her husband to move to another location, and you said, well, he said no.
He said no before even telling me or speaking to me about it. And then, because this is our home. You know, at our age, we don't want to be ending up moving to Iowa or Ohio. And our boys, we have 3 adult sons, and they all live in the area, so why move? And we love it here in Greenwood.
Yes, you were telling me that the boss wanted to say, come on now, you want to move there. And her husband said no, and he goes, don't you want to talk to your wife about this? He goes, no.
Yep, it took a little time for me to get used to it because at that time, I wasn't working also, and it's been a year now, so we're still both alive.
Well, retirement is a different animal.
It sure is.
No, that's good that you're able to do it. Now, Keep Greenwood County Beautiful. How long has it been going? How long has it been an organization?
It became affiliated with Palmetto Pride, which is actually the state version of Keep America Beautiful. And that happened in 2008.
2008.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think a lot of people think it's great as long as they don't have to pick up, right?
Right.
So, how do you get people motivated? And what have you found has been one of the best ways to get people or young people interested in doing this? One part of the question. And the other part, how can we stop people from just throwing stuff out of their cars or trucks?
Well, it is very hard to engage the community to help us and to volunteer. A lot of it, we go out into the schools. We try to educate the children, first of all. And then secondly, a lot of these children nowadays, and I'm talking high schoolers, they have to do community service. So a lot of times they come and help us pick litter, realizing I don't want to do this for a living and I better get better grades and go on to, either, to a technical school or to college. But hopefully we're instilling in them to volunteer, that this needs to be done, and to stop people from littering. Definitely.
Yeah, I think that would be one of the biggest things, if you could stop people from littering, if you could just impress upon this next generation to not litter. That would be a big plus.
Yeah, and that's keep Greenwood County beautiful. Definitely, we get into the schools and so forth, and we try to do some curriculum with the teachers to educate especially elementary school children. And hopefully they'll go home and, say, Mom, Dad, this is what I learned. And hopefully they will teach their parents not to litter, or how important it's not to litter, or to, recycle and or reuse items.
Recycling, I think, is a big issue. And I think a lot of people have been disillusioned by recycling and how, I'm going to say the word, it is hard to do. And the I think counties actually say sometimes it's not worth it.
Yes, you're right. Like right now, unfortunately, it's been quite a few years, but Greenwood County does not collect bottles because they weren't making money. It was just too much, and the glass would break and it'd get mixed with the other colors and all that stuff. So, and you see that around in other counties that aren't, collecting glass any longer. And it does. It could become very costly to recycle, but we definitely need to, because we don't want it in our landfill.
Yeah.
So it's one of those.
It wasn't long ago I was out there, and somebody, I think you must have something new out there about separating the cardboard from the other recyclables. And somebody said, "Have you got any cardboard?" I said, "Yes, I do." "Well, don't put it there. Bring it over here." So we took it over there. They went through the boxes, made sure there wasn't anything else in it. One of the stories that I heard about this is that they have to be very careful that it is, if they're just supposed to send cardboard, that it's just cardboard.
They package, how I understand, they package up the cardboard and sent it off to wherever they do. I have no idea. That's, of course, Public Works. That would be an Amber Napier question, who is our Greenwood County litter prevention coordinator.
Sure. Well, what I was going to tell you is this gentleman was telling me that they had a load that they had sent to, I think it was somewhere in Louisiana or something, and they got a call and said, "You have da-da-da-da, whatever else was in it. We're not going to pay you for this load of cardboard.
Oh,
or
wow.
we can send it back to you." And to send it back, for some reason, $3,600 stands in my brain, but I don't know why I have that. But anyways, so it has become so difficult to recycle. It really is a shame.
It is.
Because I know a lot of people were used to be very involved in the recycling.
Yes. And then we also, like, I recycle, so that's in my brain to, okay, let me put the cardboard here and the plastic here, and then to stop that.
Right.
I don't think it's good for our environment. You
Right.
know, we have to find other ways.
Right. So I think from that standpoint, it was, when was this? Back in the early 2000s or something, when recycling really got popular, I think. And now it's just like, well, if you must, lady, go ahead and recycle. So that's kind of sad from that standpoint. But one thing for sure that we don't want to have is, we don't want to have a trash on the highways, trash in our lake. People come to Greenwood, and people look at Greenwood, and when they see that trash out there, what do they think?
Oh, I know. It's like I said when we first moved here. I saw a South Carolina or a license plate that reads "Smiling Faces, Beautiful Places."
Yeah.
Well, if you can, overlook all the trash that you see, then yes, you'll get to see the beautiful places. And South Carolina sure does have beautiful places, and it is getting. Believe it or not, I mean, we are making some strides,
Right.
towards a cleaner community, but it takes all of us, and it's constant, and we have to teach people, don't just throw your stuff out the window or throw things in the back of your truck and not tarp it, and then you're driving and it blows out, and we just have to educate people, and like we give tarps away. Usually that's in the month of June to try to educate people. And a lot of people don't realize that it's the law that you need to tarp your items down.
Yes, it is. So that is one of the important things that is going on out there. So when did they start the lake cleanup?
That was in 2009, if I understand, because I wasn't here and I had to do some research. But yeah, 2009 is when the first Lake Greenwood cleanup. And at that one, I believe they had like 101 volunteers, and they collected about, I'm trying to see through my notes here, over 2,400 pounds of trash, and that's in 2009. And so you fast forward to 2024, we happen to have 200 volunteers, and we collected over 5,200 pounds. And
you would think you would be reducing the number of pounds, wouldn't you, each year if you do
well,
it yearly?
You have to realize, well, yes, that would be helpful, but then also some of the stuff gets dredged back up that could have been there for years before, believe it or not.
Right.
Okay. That's because that's what happens. I mean, we find a lot of old things, that's like, why is this visible now,
Right.
So, and it's erosion.
Well, this is certainly a good thing, and of course, Lake Greenwood is one of our biggest assets out there.
Oh, yes, it is. It sure is one of our, because it's recreational, residential, fishing, and it's not just for our Greenwood County. It's for Lawrence County. It's for Newberry County. And
Right.
And you see how our lake properties are, people want to move here to be by the lake,
So this year, Lawrence, I think, is joining you in the lake cleanup.
Actually, Lawrence has in the past, okay? It's actually Newberry County that we're so excited about because Krista Lukowski, I'm sorry if I said your name wrong, she is with the Soil and Water Conservation there at department in Newberry County. Mm-hmm. So she's involved, and she's going to be at Buzzard's Roost, actually. So she'll have her own supplies and has some snacks and everything. So this is actually her first year, and we're excited with having Newberry County, and Lawrence County always partnered with us. And then, of course, here Greenwood County. So we, with Amber Napier,
Right.
So we all partner. Courtney Stonell is at Lawrence County side. So
this is a really, really, really big event.
It's very, very big. I like to say hopefully, we do get a lot of people in, and we're hoping that we'll get more boaters and kayakers to come and join the fun. So come on out if you don't have anything to do. March 14th.
No. If you don't have anything, make the plan.
Make the plan. Excuse me. That's right. That's right. Make that your plan for the day, for the morning.
Right.
And believe me, it'll make you feel good. And then when you go driving on the roadways, then you're going to really notice more trash And then hopefully that will get you more involved.
So now, what time does it start?
Okay, we actually had it posted for 9 o'clock. We actually, what you do is you register online, and you can either go to our Facebook page or our website, keepgcb.org, and you register, and there you'll have like 6 locations you can choose from. Okay, so if as long as you're there like around 8:30, 8:45, and then we'll give you your supplies, your picker, vest, and gloves if you need them, which I advise you would, or bring your own work gloves. Make sure you're wearing boots and or heavy shoes and pair of pants.
No flip-flops, is that what you're saying?
No flip-flops. No. Even though it's supposed to be a lovely morning, what a beautiful day, to be outside and picking up litter and everything. So, you just register online, and then you go to that specific, like if you register for Buzzer Roost, you'll go there.
Right.
Okay, because we have Break on the Lake, Camp Fellowship, Harris Landing, River Fork Boat Ramp, and of course Lake Greenwood State Park.
So you have lots of choices. Now, let me ask you something. Is this something good to bring your kids to?
Oh yes, we've had people that they'll do a family effort.
Right.
And which is wonderful. Oh, yes. It's just we advise them to make sure that they're mindful of the roadway and so forth, and just be careful. Think safety first.
Right. Now, are you going along the edge of the lake, too?
In some areas, people would be. That's where we need more boaters and kayakers if they can join us.
Right.
But we're also concentrating on the roadway, because just think about this. The trash is on the roadways, which
right.
will end up in gutters.
Right.
And then from there, it travels to the waterway,
right.
which will end up in the lake or at another river or stream, and then you're drinking that water.
Yeah, because that's our drinking water, right?
It is for Lawrence County and Greenwood County, I found out. It is our drinking water, definitely. So,
fortunately, I think they do put some chemicals in it.
Yes, they do. I sure hope they do. I'm sure they do. But so that's why it's so important not only to do around the coastline and everything. I mean, that is important, but also the roadways is so important leading into the lake. I mean, it is just, or even any roadway, because eventually it all goes down.
So, when we're dealing with this, I mean, I can remember them pulling tires out of the lake.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. The tires. We've had actually, I was told this morning that someone had found a beer can down by the train trestle that was from the 70s.
Oh, my God. So do you think it was new or just been there for a long time, Diane?
I think it's been there a long time. That's what I'm trying to say is things travel.
Right.
So it's like you've got to pick things up. We got to, again, it takes the community not to litter. And it's something so easy that people need to stop littering.
And I think the other thing is everybody thinks it's somebody else's job to pick it up, right?
Yes, that's correct, and it shouldn't be. And if you don't feel that way, then please start picking it up. I mean, that's what I do. Or if you see somebody throw something, tell them, or you can report them.
Yes, I know we have that policy here. You can actually get charged a fine for littering.
I do not remember what the fines are, but we do have a code enforcement officer, and he'll go out and investigate, which he has done that in the past. Kevin Ely, and he actually has wrote like 8 summons so far. Well, that was in 2025, but he also investigated 20 dump sites. 20 in our county. Now think about this, people. We have 9 convenience centers that you can drop your garbage off, your
crap
trash
off.
for free. For free.
Right.
You know?
And it is hard to understand
And
why
I just
people just don't take it.
Even tires. Yes, the tires, you need to go to the landfill and drop it off. Well, you know, just do it instead of throwing it on the side of the road.
Yeah. Well, I think that's one thing the city fights against. The county
Yes.
fights against it.
Yes.
They have all these litter pickups in the city. They have all these the different wards have litter pickups.
Yes.
And they're constantly fighting this. Where surely, if everybody took care of their own trash, we'd be a less trashy area.
Oh, definitely. I just think we should give everybody a picker. And if they just take care of their area, you know, in front of their house,
Right.
pick up the litter. The businesses on the bypass, pick up the litter. Even on the roadway there, you know, just do it, you know, because there's car accidents. That's another big thing. A lot of the pieces do not get picked up after a car accident.
Yes. Well, I know. I was telling you before when we had our sharp facets, people used to go to Burger King and then drive through our parking lot, and we used to watch them, and they would be throwing out eat their sandwich or whatever, gulp it down, and then throw the trash out. And yes, Jeff Eller used to go out and tell them to pick it back up.
Well, good for him.
That's right.
Yep.
And I tell you, the other thing that is disgusting is the diapers, that people change a diaper and then just put it out, whether it's a parking lot or wherever. Like, so who's going to pick up your nasty diaper here?
Yeah, I can't understand why. We do find a lot of, as we call them, loaded diapers along the roadway, and you just don't, like, why?
You know, if you've got a baby that needs to wear diapers, then have the appropriate stuff. If you're going to be able to change it, have a paper plastic bag or whatever and take it home.
It's so easy. I mean, why would you think, oh, well, I don't want this in my car? Well, we don't want it in the roadway.
Yeah. Well, stop and put it in the trunk, put it in a plastic bags and seal it up and go on about your business, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
But it really is a problem, and I know that this is something culture-wise we've been dealing with for a good while.
Oh yes, for many years. Well, I can remember as a girl growing up and about the commercial with the Indian paddling down the river,
right,
and seeing all the pollution and the trash and all that. And I grew up, and that really resonated with me. That's why even as a little girl, I just would not litter, because it's just like, I don't want to see that.
Right.
And that definitely, you know, and it still does. I still do not like litter, and I want to try to make Greenwood County beautiful.
Now, how many? Not only are you doing a cleanup, but you are offering people a free lunch.
Oh yes, we are, and that is from the generosity of Break on the Lake, Papa John's Pizza, Chick-fil-A, and Pepsi of Greenville. About 11:30, we'll start serving lunch at Break on the Lake. So if you're at another location, you will have to drive to Break on the Lake, and then you can have a free meal. Also, when you register, then when you come and pick up your supplies at your location, we also have a giveaway. We are giving a backpack zippered with a zippered pocket, you know, just one of those small backpacks. Mm-hmm. And in thanking you for coming out to pick up litter.
It's not a trashy backpack, is it?
No, it's fantastic swag. You're gonna love
fantastic swag. I like that.
Yes.
Now I just wondered if there you go. We're going to give you a backpack, so when you're out, you can be picking up the trash.
Well, they could do that too, or if they're eating it, they could, like I said, it's just one of those lightweight, I call them track bags. And, if you're out and about and you just can open up that little zipper and throw in your trash, if you're eating, a candy bar or anything like that.
Yeah.
So,
One of the things that's hard to understand is people know that this is not a good thing. They know they can be fined, and still they go out and they do it. I mean, what do you think it's going to take to change the culture?
I do not know. I wish I had that. I wish I could answer it. Again, we just have to, I think, really, we really need to get into the schools. I think that is the biggest thing, because then thinking about it, I don't remember us ever really talking about litter and what it could do to our environment, and not just our wildlife also is affected. So we need to try to teach these children and young adults and even older adults, please just be mindful. If you're driving along and you have litter in your car and you roll down all the windows, that litter is going to probably fly out of your car and be out there.
I can remember when Uptown Greenwood had lots of cigarette butts. And there was a whole campaign on the cigarette butts, and it actually, I think, pretty worked. I mean, there are still some, but it really has made a difference when you really focus in on these things. And I think y'all do a great job. Of course, how much are you actually all in the schools?
Well, we are getting in. We are trying to get in often. We really do, because we also we need the teachers.
Right.
We need the teachers to spark some interest, and then we can go into, like, we have Christy Murphy is one at Mays Elementary who has done a phenomenal job there. They even have litter pickup in the playground and everything. So that's wonderful. And actually, years ago, it started by I think they were third graders or fourth graders. There was a group of them that wanted to do something like that and have recycling, and they started up the program, and it's still running.
That's cool.
And so now, hopefully, these kids are in middle school, so hopefully they will introduce a program at the school that they're at now.
That is a great idea, and that's really what it takes. Now, how many people actually work with on your regular team? Now, I know we're going to have a bunch of volunteers out there to clean up, but how many people are on your team? Do you have any idea that are really?
I mean, we have a lot of supporters that are there. There's a group, like, on Friday mornings that meet, Litter Warriors. And it could
Litter Warriors?
Yes, ma'am. Litter Warriors, and they meet on Fridays, and there could be 2 people or there could be 10 people that show up. And they pick an area where there, needs some TLC. And and of course that's in accordance with Amber Napier. She helps us too decide what, because if she hears that there's a lot of litter in a certain area, then we'll go there and pick up the litter. So, and like I said, we have, I cannot give a number of how many, because if we have other events, we'll have like I believe the end of March, Tara Smith is going
Trash
to
Time with Tara
is going to have Lander University athletics. They do
they're supposed to be awesome because they can really pick it up and move it out, right?
Yes. And I'm telling you, that has to be over 100 kids that do, that are involved. And then if we could just get a handful of those to it sink in, oh my gosh, look at this litter, and be more proactive, then they might be able to spread the word, to say, or be more mindful.
Yeah, you're right, and I think that is hard to do. It's hard to spark everything. Everybody always has so much they want to be doing and being involved in, and it's going to be spring. But one thing is, if you want to be able to go out and enjoy the lake all during the summer, everybody will be out there. Why don't you take those 2 or 3 hours and just come out? Now, that brings me to another point here. We're talking with Diane here with Keep Greenwood Beautiful. If somebody, let's say, only has an hour or so, do they have to stay the whole time?
Oh, no, they do not. They can just pop in and pop out.
Well, I just was thinking, somebody might have an early morning but might have to go.
Right. Oh, they're more than welcome. Pop in and pop out. Just pick up your supplies and then, just start picking up the litter. And then, of course, when you're done, definitely double knot the trash bags. That's what we normally do when you fill up your trash bags. Double knot them and leave them on the side of the road. And then there's going to be more volunteers that will come by and pick up all those bags.
So how many pounds of litter are you hoping for this year?
Oh my gosh, I'd hope for 0.
I hope for 0. There you go. That's a good answer.
Yes, but yeah, last year we picked up over 5,200 pounds. So
that's unbelievable.
So I mean, it could look at, again, it's hard to say because of the weather.
Right.
The storms, the pushing of the water, erosion, and then that brings up stuff from that's been down there. That's why it's important not to litter, because it takes so long for things to
bubble up.
Bubble up. Yeah. To decompose.
Oh,
like we were saying, because a cigarette butt takes 5 years.
Yeah. It's a long time. If it ever does.
I wonder if it really does, but then it's just the harm of it. It's such a small thing, but it's so harmful to our wildlife. It's not even, it's crazy.
Well, it's like Penny goes out in the yard out there, and she'll find stuff in the yard, and, then she has an upset stomach, and I'm going, what have you eaten? And, it's a whole process here, right?
Yes, it sure is. Yes.
So if we are here with Amber, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back. You are right here with us on WCRS Radio. If you've got a question for Diane, how about give us a call, 864-332-9355. That's 864-332-9355. Love to hear from you this afternoon. You want to know how you do it, what you got to do? Just let us know. Let's hear a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back.
Are you passionate about life? Always wanted to see Tim Tebow in person, not on a screen? Hi, I'm Brenda, and Road to Life 2026 with Tim Tebow is an evening that brings our community together to stand for life and support those facing unexpected pregnancies. Join Crossroads on April 16th at Lander University Finnishorn Arena for a night with Tim Tebow as he inspires us to live fearlessly and put love in action. Every life has a story and every choice matters, and living fearlessly through compassion can change a future. Learn more about sponsorship opportunities and get tickets at crossroadspregnancycenter.org. This year, our sound is brought to you by Andy Sikora with Cal Productions. See you there Thursday, April 16th.
Have a favorite blizzard from Dairy Queen? Did you know you can make it into a Dairy Queen blizzard cake?
DQ. Happy tastes good.
Make every occasion special with a blizzard cake only from your local Dairy Queen on the 72 bypass. Order one today.
DQ. Happy tastes good.
So make your next occasion extra special with your favorite blizzard as a cake. Only from Dairy Queen.
DQ. Happy tastes good.
When you donate or shop at Pathway Thrift Store, you are helping local people from Greenwood and Abbeville overcome homelessness. Your donations help provide clothing for our residents, and all of the proceeds from everything we sell goes directly to our ministry to help us provide housing, meals, and training. Located at 1444 Main Street South, Pathway Thrift Store is open Tuesday to Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. We're always restocking our inventory, so each day is a unique shopping experience. Mention this ad at our register for a 10% discount on your next purchase.
Hello, this is Lisa with Greenwood Performing Arts, the only organization bringing you experiences like no other. Join us on Thursday, March the 12th at the Inn on the Square for our highly anticipated Bourbon, Boots, and Blues. Doors open at 6 o'clock with appetizers and special bourbon tasting by bourbon connoisseur Wesley Timmerman and friends, all while enjoying the bluesy tunes of E.G. Kite and Band. And don't forget, Clubhouse Cigars will be on the veranda. It will be an experience reminiscent of a speakeasy with a modern twist. Limited tickets are available by going online at greenwoodperformingarts.org or in person at the Arts Center. A special thanks to our season sponsor, Lakeland's Plastic Surgery, and our event sponsors, Davis & Floyd, the County Bank, and Deals Heating and Air. See you there, and you can wear your boots.
Trashy Lake Greenwood or pristine Lake Greenwood? The choice is yours, Greenwood. Your opportunity to keep Lake Greenwood beautiful is in your hands. Join us on Saturday, March 14th for the really big annual Lake Greenwood cleanup. Donate yours and your family's time. All supplies provided for the cleanup, and yes, there is a free lunch. When? Saturday, March 14th, 9 to 12. Register at our Facebook page, Keep Greenwood County Beautiful, or our website, keepgcb.com. Free lunch provided by Break on the Lake, Papa John's, Chick-fil-A, and Pepsi of Greenville. Be the solution, Greenwood, not the pollution.
Oh, that's right. We are right back here. We are with Diane. How do you say that last name?
Sponenberg.
Sponenberg, Diane. Yes, she was with Keep Greenwood Beautiful, and she's working with the Lake Greenwood cleanup. And one thing we haven't talked about is what's this deal this year with the photo contest?
I know. We're so excited that we put together a photo contest that you can win free prizes. What you will do is you will text your photo to 864-871-6031 and include your name and the location. And
what are you supposed to be taking a picture of?
Well, I'm going to tell you. We have three categories. Our first category is before and after glow up. And we're looking for the biggest transformation. So you take a picture of where you started, and then you take a picture afterwards. And so we can, have the biggest transformation. That's one category. The other category is the best cleanup selfie. We want you to take a selfie, a group selfie, individual selfie, and have your great big smile on, and that you're making a difference to the community, that you're picking litter up, and you're having a good time too.
Right.
And so that's our second category. And then our third category is the most unusual item. And we'll take a picture of you found what? Now, do not stage this, please. We just want to see what you have found, something that's very strange and you're like, oh my gosh.
Right.
Take a picture of it. And then, of course, like I said, you would text it. We'll have that information. It's on the register form. You'll see you could text it to 864-871-6031. And like I said, you include your name and your location.
So, well, what kind of prize do you get for this?
Well. Each county are giving prizes, and I know there might be a 2-hour free kayak rental.
Oh, now that's worth it. Yeah, that
There might be a free meal here and there. There might be a gift card from here and there. I don't want to give away, but that's some of
definitely
the
be
things.
worth your while to do
It
this.
sure would be worth your while to check it out. You're definitely going to get something. You're not going to get anything chintzy.
No chintzy prizes here with the Lake Greenwood cleanup. Okay.
You got that right.
All right. That is coming up not this Saturday, a week from Saturday.
Correct.
Now, how far in advance do you have to sign up? Are you cutting off?
No, we're not. Just keep and if you decide when you roll out of bed that morning and say, you know what, I think I feel like doing the, cleaning up around the lake, come and visit us. We'll have extra pickers, vests, and gloves. And like I said, we're located at 6 different locations.
Where are you going to be at?
Camp Fellowship, Break on the Lake, Buzzard's Roost, Lake Greenwood State Park, River Fork Boat Ramp, and Harris Landing.
That's right.
And
So it's going to be it's a lot of fun just to get out on a Saturday morning while the day is early and fresh, right? Get out there, get it done.
Get it done, and then get your belly filled.
Yeah, and
For
get
free.
the kids out there because
And-
they are most impressionable.
Oh, yes, they are. And we need that. We need that energy, We definitely do. And more the merrier. And you'll be surprised how well, it's like, wow, I can't believe I picked this much trash up.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, I promise you, when you get in your car and go home, as you're going home, driving home, you're going to notice trash along the road.
A difference. I think that is so true. And I think we just need to make sure that we are, what's that line about trashy Greenwood or pristine? Is that your line
Yes,
there?
yes. We want a pristine Lake Greenwood.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just around the lake. It's also on the roads and everything out there.
Yeah. That's why you'll see adopt highways, roadways. I'm involved with Greenwood Christian School. They adopt Woodlawn Road right there in front of their school, and 3 times a year those kids get out and they pick litter up.
That's terrific.
And we get so many compliments at people that are just driving on the roadway. They'll stop, thank you. We've already had people go into the school that said, thank you so much for cleaning this area up. And that's great.
I think we need litter police standing out on the roadways, taking pictures of people that dump the trash out on the road. Maybe that's what we need. Volunteer litter police. I bet you'd have a lot of people sign up for that job.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm sure. And we'll give you a badge, too.
Badge and a vest. A vest and a badge. Yes. I am the litter police. Well, I picked that up off the street there.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
There has got to be a way to get ahead of this because I know county council, city council, they are constantly dealing with that. I think a couple of weeks ago in city council, there was a lady there from, I don't remember what housing development. She said, but she keeps her area clean and then people just come along and it's just like they dump it off on somebody's lot that they're not even sure somebody's living there, and people just use that as a dumping ground rather than taking it out to the landfill or out to one of the convenience centers.
Right. They're taking the easy way out, I guess, at the end of the day. But we've got 9 convenience centers.
Yeah, there's really no excuse.
There is not.
So this is coming up Saturday, March 14th. Again, where do you register at, Diane?
Okay, you can register on our Facebook page or at keepgcb.org. And you just go in there and you'll see a registration form and it'll ask you a couple questions, and then you get to pick what location you'd like to clean up, and then you go that morning, which you get there before 9. You go to that location, and that's where you pick up your supplies, and then you'll be directed like where to go, what road or anything like that. and you just start picking. And then, like I said, you could, do it for a couple hours. And then meet everybody else at Break on the Lake. We'll start serving approximately 11:30, maybe 11:45 lunch. And then that's when everybody talks and says, "This is what I found."
Right, right. Now, how do they come up with the poundages, just out of curiosity?
Actually, I believe it gets literally weighed because there's going to be roll-offs, and then we'll put it in there, okay, and then it goes to the landfill, and then they weigh it.
Okay, all right. So the number to beat this year is 5,200, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes. We'd like to pick up more. We'd love to hear we picked it all up and there was only this much out there. That would
be wonderful. Let's.
What do you think the possibilities of that is, Diane?
I don't know. I'm gonna remain hopeful.
Remain hopeful. And then, of course, if you're out there picking stuff up and you see kind of unique and different stuff, stop and take a picture, right?
Right.
And then you can register your
that,
picture.
Or the best transformation, and also just a fun one where we want to see you having fun while you're picking up litter. So
That's right. That's right.
Definitely.
So there's a lot of good things to cleaning up your area, making sure it's special because summer's going to come. We're going to have a lot of visitors here. Plus, we should be able to enjoy a nice, clean area.
Yes, that's important. I mean, we live here, so it should be clean. And again, we get our drinking water from there, from the lake. And, who wants to be drinking dirty water, even though it goes through a process and everything, people, but still, that's...
Yeah, but the poor fish don't get a choice.
No, they don't. They do not.
Yeah.
They do not. So, let's just be mindful,
Absolutely. Well, I think it is really great. Now, if anybody has any questions, is there a telephone number or just what's a telephone number?
Yeah, they can call. And actually, it's my number. It's 864-554-6692. And if I do not answer the phone, please leave a message and I will get back to you. You can also email us at keepgreenwoodcountybeautiful@gmail.com.
Well, this is something that is important to our community. It's great. We have Lawrence, we have Greenwood, and this year Newberry.
It's so exciting because, we all have to work on this together, and educate, because if you have so many boaters, they all need to know how, because a lot of them go fast.
Right.
Make sure you contain your garbage. Keep it somewhere that
Right.
it doesn't fly out.
Don't say, oops, I'm sorry. Oh, well, right?
I know.
Yes, that's right.
I know.
Yeah.
Actually, my husband and I, the other day, we were on Northside Drive, and there was a truck in front of us, and they had one of those huge cardboard boxes, and I don't, maybe a refrigerator was in it. Mm-hmm. And luckily, my husband was not right behind them because it flew right on out.
It was launched.
And thank goodness, because it would have hit our vehicle. So, and luckily, the gentleman did turn around because I was getting ready to get my pen and pad out to get his license plate.
Right.
And, but nope, he turned around and picked it up. And it's, again, another safety. It's the environment, wildlife, safety, and it's the right thing to do.
Absolutely.
And
no
if
littering. You know somebody that is trashing the place up, get their license plate number, right?
Yes, get their license plate number. If you see somebody, and if you can, video it. Like I said, which I do not have his number handy, but we do have Greenwood County does have a code enforcement officer, but you also can call the non-emergency number, for the Greenwood County Sheriff's Office, or also Amber Napier, who's also our Greenwood County litter prevention.
So make sure you're doing that. Let's see if we can make some headroads this year. I mean, this is the
Yes.
first part of the year. It's March. We've got the lake cleanup coming up. The weather's going to be beautiful. It'll be great to get out. Bring the kids, bring your grandkids out there, and let's make sure to keep Greenwood beautiful and clean. And clean would make a real difference, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it definitely will. And, we want these people that come and visit us in the summertime to return. I mean, again, that brings in money.
That's true. That's true. Well, Diane, you certainly are to be commended for your efforts in trying to make this happen. You certainly have been a voice out there. You work very hard along with all the other members of the team out there. And Amber, of course, just got back from New Orleans. I understand she's got some new ideas, so I'm sure she's going to be sharing those ideas on what we can do to keep Greenwood beautiful.
Yes, I hope so. I'm sure she will, and will be eager to try out some new ideas.
That's true. Now, is there anything else you need to say? Because we're about finished here, so I'm so glad you came this afternoon. But anything else?
Thank you. Yeah, just briefly, I do have, actually just real quick about Keep Greenwood County Beautiful. Please, we just do not need boots on the ground, volunteers. We also need community volunteers to share their time and talent. Okay, so please, if you think you might be interested, if you could help us out in one of our committees, that would be great. Like I said, look us up at the Facebook page, and if you need to contact us, just go into keepgcb.org, and you can contact us that way. So I wanted to say that. And then I do have a little spiel here, something that I want to read real quick that I found very interesting. It's a mission statement from an eco-friendly company. It says, our actions matter, what we buy matters, what we send to the landfill matters, what ends up in our oceans and ends up in our fish matters. Every small step we take makes a difference. Be the change.
Well, it's true. We need to work harder on it. We've gotten too lackadaisical about it and thinking somebody else could do the job.
Right.
I think you should be looking at it. This is my trash. I don't want to be trashy. Clean it up. Do something about it, right?
Correct.
Well, Diane, it's been a pleasure having you here. We really appreciate you coming out. This video will be on Facebook Live on our Facebook page, WCRS Radio. It also, by Monday, I would say, is going to be on the website, WCRS1450am.net. As always, it's a pleasure to be with you. Diane, thank you for coming out this afternoon.
Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. And I'll be back in the morning with more stories. Trashy stories. We're going to be talking trashy stories tomorrow. Probably not the same type of trash as Diane is talking about, but we'll be talking trash. So why don't you tune in for Coffee Talk, and we'll just talk about a little trash tomorrow morning. So that's going to do it for us. This is WCRS right here in Greenwood. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you again, Diane.
You're welcome.
All right, let's cue the music and say adieu.